Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, PA folks. It's your man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this is the first MuscleTalk Monday of August, and I'm on episode 199, meaning I'm just one more episode from 200. 200, 2,000. I'm really growing. So, folks, as you know, there was a big weekend. We had a big show this weekend. It was the Tampa Bay Pro. It's Tim Gardner's promotion show. It's been around for a good while. It's one of the few shows that still have women's bodybuilding attached to it. Most other shows don't have women's bodybuilding, or they dropped it, like y'all in the Classic. And we're going to talk about and give our thoughts. Particularly one gentleman who was there. He lives in Florida, and he gives his prospects. He was there. He had his boots on the ground, 10 toes down. And that's why I set up for his time, because he's a busy man. He gets time. He try to squeeze me in here. That's my man, David Bryant, aka Female Bodybuilding Forum. So welcome, brother. Welcome.
Hey, good to see you, George. How are you?
Good to see how you too. Yeah. David. Yeah, David was there. He was there. And he got some great videos and pictures, folks. If you want to follow David, I will leave his link to his YouTube and also his IG in the comment section if you want to check him out and support his content. He's not too far behind me. He's really growing. I mean, brother, you're growing. You're catching up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm almost at 5,000 followers on Instagram now, which is crazy. I'm like 22 away from that. So like, dang, man, it's amazing to see the growth. I appreciate y'all, the listeners and the viewers that support the FBB forum. So thank y'all.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. Right now he's in a great place for bodybuilding. He's in the mecca of bodybuilding, where Florida, there's a lot of women there, a lot of shows upcoming. He was at the Triple O Dynasty early this month, and then also he went to the Omaha Pro. This man, he's traveling. He's hitting the world. So I'm
going to Olympia in Vegas too this year. I'm saving up for that one.
Oh, wow. I wish I could. I'm thinking about, like I say, my situation, my car, and plus I don't have a good amount of income, but I'm hoping maybe someday I'm planning on going to a show. Atlanta would be good. I wish they still had the Olympia in Orlando, because, I'm in North Carolina. And, I can just hit a train or hit a bus or, catch a ride down that way, then trying to go all the way to Nevada. That's a long way from me. So
I know. I hope it does come back to Orlando too, because I live in Tampa, so it's just convenient, like an hour drive. Just really convenient. So I hope that they'll still alternate it back and forth, and between East Coast and West Coast, I think was kind of a smart thing to do. So we'll see. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, I know some ladies we talked to, both of us. We know they said they like Atlanta. I mean, Orlando more because the venue was a lot closer for the show
Yeah.
compared to with Vegas. It was kind of. I remember the story go like Mia Ash always missed competing in Olympia was in 2022 because the venue was so they had to catch a bus and then and then it's just that for that year it was a mess because it was cold and that's why I think they moved it up to October. Didn't
Yeah.
have it in November because if you have it in November and you have December in Orlando, the weather's not even how bad is it? Like maybe at the worst, maybe below 70.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's very nice actually, and it's a good place to bring kids too if you got kids.
Yeah, I know Michelle Baldwin always bring her little babies, Luke and Lotus there. So anyway, Dave, is he was there with his boots on the ground, and he was talking. He did some interviews too. And I want you, like I said again, his links for his IG is in the description. You want to check him out and follow him. And we're going to pull up some stuff here from his IG. He took some pictures here. He got one here with him. He's wearing one of the Wings Straight shirts. He's promoting Wings Straight. I can't wear the shirts because they don't have my size.
Oh, okay. I have that shirt on right now. It's really cool. I was I don't know why it took me this long to get a Wings to Strength shirt, but yeah, it was cool to meet those folks.
Yeah. Jake, as I gotta say, every time I tell his name, say, yo, Jake, I want that money. I want that gun. I know one time he told me that when he met Jake when he was in Orlando, he was in the back of his head, he wanted to say it, but he's hearing my voice. Anyway, and next up he had here is a young lady who just made a debut. That's Jelena, right? That's the name? Janetta Lopez. She just competed at the Tampa Bay Extravaganza. She won for overall for women's physique. Impressive physique. I mean, she has. I told her because me and her been in contact. I told her she has great abs. I mean,
she
great
does.
conditions. Yeah, I mean,
it's amazing that this was her first bodybuilding show ever, and she, still an amateur, but she's going to try to get her pro card at the North Americans in Pittsburgh, like in a few weeks. So yeah, she's amazing though.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine. She's also going to be doing North Americans. That's Yetta Abdul. She did the Chicago at the Mississippi National. She won the overall for women's physique. She took second in the overall because she won the lightweight, but didn't have no pro card because I don't know was it enough competitors or something. I don't know the reason why, but and she's going to do North Americans, and she's she has a lot of potential. Next up, we got here is a legend, the lovely Miss Tina Chandler. Oh wow,
yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you got to interview her a while back, and and get to meet her. I mean, she looks, especially she's gonna be 50, I think, in a few months. You wouldn't think this woman. I mean, she was like a throwback. You remember, she came around about the 2000s. She stepped away around about 2013 after the last Miss Olympia, and she looks really good. I mean, to come back and still look in great shape.
Yeah, it's been 11 years since she stopped competing, and yeah, it is. It's really amazing. We talked a little bit about it when I saw her in person, and she talked about kind of building her business too, with helping disabled people and try to get them fit. And yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, she's a real sweetie, and really amazing to meet her in person because she is such a legend.
Yeah, and here this is Rachel Brewer. She competed both in Masters and Open. I think she last competed. I think it was 2022, 2023 last time she competed.
2022.
2022, and she looked pretty good. I think she was top 10 in the Open class, and I think she took second or third in women's over 50 or over 40.
Over 40, I think. Yeah, she does. She looked really good, and I interviewed her a while back too, and yeah, she's really cool. She moved down to Florida like 3 years ago for work. I think she used to live in the Illinois. So, but yeah, this is kind of her hometown show now, which is cool.
Yes, good. And here is the lovely young Miss Blanca Sells, and she's one of two Blancas at the show, and she's figure, but she has potential. I don't know, maybe I think you mentioned it. Maybe she might have potential for physique.
She is actually interested in possibly doing women's physique, and yeah, so the fans out there should encourage her to do that, I think.
Yeah, she has good muscle density. She has great genetics. Here's also is Amanda. How do I say her name? I forgot to say her name right.
Oh, Almodovar.
Almodovar. I know Glenn interviewed a while back. You interviewed a while back. She's friends with Jess Feldborn. This is her second show because she debuted at Chicago
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. She's impressive, and this is another one that looks like, I don't know, maybe just us, me, you, David, but she looks like she has potential for physique also.
I think she does too. Yeah. And yeah, she's really stunning. And yeah, she has great potential. And for this being her, pro debut year, for her to get first call outs and really stack classes at her first two shows, I thought was really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. And here he is, my man Glenn Young Sr. from the Amazon Fitness Magazine. Shout out to Glenn. He was there taking photos and doing some videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I posted on my stories. It's a little song. Like was it? Y'all, how much of y'all? What y'all have any talk exchange about? Stuff where we're there.
We did. Yeah, we talked for a little bit. Yeah, and yeah, we had a good conversation. And yeah, the other thing is, I got in trouble with him because I dropped my subscription to Amazon's Fitness Magazine a while back. I was oversubscribed to stuff, and I had to drop it. But also, I don't like reading a magazine like online. I'm just going to start buying some individual issues, I think, instead. But he's great though, and yeah, he lined up several photo shoots when he was there too. And I think he said it was first time in Florida, I think, or first time shooting in Florida.
Well, he stopped before because he was there with Nationals a couple of years ago. Because I know he shot with Melanie Yee, and also he shot with Kim Watson a while back. He was there for Nationals. That was back in 2022. I remember he was doing interviews there, and he's a pretty good guy. He's like an hour away from us. And here we have another Blanca, the lovely Miss Blanca Rodriguez, and she did pretty good. I mean, she got in the top 10 for this show. She competed there before. She didn't crack top 10, but I think whoever she's working with now has really brought in conditioning.
Yeah, she's working with I don't know how to pronounce his name, Hyacinth Nasir.
Nasir, that's Hyacinth. Yeah.
And I think he's really done a great job with her, I think. And she's going to be competing in Texas this upcoming weekend too. But yeah, she's really amazing. And yeah, really, she's from Tampa too, so this was like a hometown crowd for her, which was great.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good because I know her mom was there. I saw pictures of it, and here he's again with Tina. And also here's another picture. There's another dude y'all were like talking. His name is Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah,
it was nice to meet him. He's the fan of the podcast, so it's nice to get to talk to him. Oh, do you see I have my Bad Rap shirt on too?
Yeah, shout out to Bad Rap, and also you have here Elisa Cobalina and Lisa Coldreath, the two Canadians, and they both from physique and women's bodybuilding. I think Elisa looked pretty good. I mean, I think she might be doing another show. I think she might be doing Texas too.
No, I think she's doing Tupelo next.
Tupelo, that's in Mississippi. So yeah, because I know I saw she was like traveling. She said she got stuck in New York, and it'd be a while for we see. Lisa did the Chicago Pro, and I don't know if she's gonna do another show because there's the Lena show coming up in September, and there's other than Rising Phoenix here in the States, but that's it's an invite. You have the Grand Prix and also the show in the UK.
I wonder. I'm not sure if she got invited to Rising Phoenix or not.
I doubt it because she wasn't on the list. No, she didn't get invited because And here she is. Just a picture of he also interviewed Zama Benta. Folks, and you follow. He got to interview Zama Benta, and I knew that she was going to win this because her physique is just crazy. I mean, definitely her delts, her shoulders. She's just. And she's also doing Texas too.
Yeah, that's true. I had predicted she would win. I just felt pretty confident because she's kind of undeniable. She just has such an amazing look, and just beautiful. I didn't get to see her at the show, unfortunately, but yeah, it was good to see her up on stage at least.
Yeah, and we have Christine Mendoza, who to me, I was surprised. I felt like they were going to go with Michaela because I think the same judge that judged Michaela at Atlanta was Steve Weinberger. And she's from Florida. She done the Tampa last year, but then I was really surprised that Christina won this. I mean, she looked really good. I think she's going to be, like I said, she's not invited to the Rising Phoenix, but she is going to compete at the Olympia. I hope she can make it this time.
Oh yeah, I really hope she does too. And I I'm not too terribly surprised that she won because she did have a really great look, and Michaela did look awesome too. I almost wonder if Steve was trying to spread the wealth a little bit, make sure that Christina had another chance at the Olympia, and yeah. So
Yeah. Who's the gentleman with you right here?
this is his name is Big Eddie G. He and I do a radio co-host a radio show on WMNF, which is a local community radio station in Tampa. That has a pretty good reach, and we do a show called The Soul Kitchen, which is soul and R&B. And I actually did shout out the bodybuilders who were in town, and I need to record that and put it up on the Instagram so y'all can hear. But yeah, he came to the show, and it was his first bodybuilding show, so he enjoyed it. He liked it.
Yeah, that's good. Hanging out with the brothers, and shouting out the ladies here. And we have here. This is from I think this was from the prejudging, and we have here. We have here at the end. You have Mary McGee. We have Anastasia Ryder. We have Sheena Oleg, Christina Mendoza, Lisa Kodry, and Dominique. Victoria Dominguez. And
That's right. Yeah.
When you were there, what was your thoughts as you see some of these ladies up here on the stage?
They were they were awesome. It was really a great lineup, just amazing ladies for sure. And this was not like the call outs per se. This was like just the intros. So these are just in alphabetical order here. The only thing is, like I said in my caption there, they really cracked down on no photos and no videos. They allowed it during Masters on Thursday night to get a quick photo. So I only was able to get like 5 minutes worth of photos maybe. But
Yeah.
I was still, it was good to still, to be there and get to see the show for sure.
Yeah, because with a lot of the, you have a lot of photographers there. You want to get the pictures of the pro level girls. Masters is a little bit more, I think a little more relaxed for the Masters girls because even though some of them did would compete like Tina and also Janine Kowski, who was doing both Open and Masters, like also Oksana Parari, Tiana Balloon, quite a few ladies were both doing both. One lady was there who was doing Masters. A lady I interviewed right there, Miss Gina Cortez, that was her pro debut. It also was a pro debut for both Anastasia and Marilyn Yee. And I had the pleasure of having them on my channel. Yeah. And he's with another lovely lady, and that is, I think it's Andrea Johnson, right?
Adriana,
okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she was really sweet. I am actually planning on interviewing her on Wednesday. But yeah, I had a really nice chat with her, and she's just really sweet and cool to talk with her.
Well, we got a guest just popped in. My man KL the Wanderer, he just came in.
Hey,
we got to bring him in.
What's going on?
Hey, also
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Also another gentleman has popped in. My man, Jeremy from Art of Female Muscle. Check out. We just did a live stream. Yesterday. Me, him, Lori Conley, and also my dear friend Eunice Kitchens. We talked about. He's also planning on doing another one in a few months. We get together. If you're interested, we're gonna have a talking discussion on women's bodybuilding. And shout out to Art and thank you for inviting me.
Hi guys.
Yeah,
good to see all of you.
We got some comments here. You guys get loaded. They're ready to bear. We got here from a man Warrior to David. What's up, brother? Shout out to you, Warrior 2000.
Hello.
Also, we got here Money J 2024. Damn, Tina Chandler still looks good. Yeah, she does.
She does.
Also, yeah, we got here from a man Warrior says, I saw Amanda at Chicago Bears baseball game flexing for the Titantron screen. Everyone went wild for her, so they gained more fans just by doing that on her IG. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, and I posted a clip of it on my IG. Also, we got here Warrior says Glenn is cool like him. Yeah, I know Glenn pretty well. He actually did an interview with him. And I've been to his studio, and I'm also a subscriber to Amazon Fitness Magazine. I got a couple of issues. Bianca definitely got potential. Yes, she does. And this is for our man Lawrence Perkins. Says, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Lawrence. Hey, how you doing? Also, this is from Lawrence again. Says, another excellent show. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, this is from a man, Lawrence Perkins says, yes, sir. Warrior Christina and Zama are many more accomplished. Yeah. And this is from Warrior says, yes, as Lawrence says, Perkins says, Christina and Mendoza killed it. Yeah, they did. You know, they look pretty good. I mean, they're like two bookends if you look at it. Says this is from Lawrence Perkins says, Zama Benta looked so damn sexy and so damn beautiful, ripped and symmetrical, etc. I'm a huge fan of Zama now. Yeah, you should be. I mean, she has a great potential.
She's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah. You know, and also this is from a man, Lawrence Perkins says, "Oh yeah, she's been working hard and she's just gearing up. Like she's also, as you know, Zama's going to be doing Texas. I know. I think I heard that her. I think Anna Harris. I believe a couple others are going to do Texas because you know I was surprised that it wasn't. Usually Tampa be a deep show, you know, but with Texas putting up a big prize man like it is, and you know, and Sarah putting up, you know, up opportunities for competitors who just get the pro cards. She said that she can fly in new pros who just get their pro cards. And you know, and also I think they're putting up prize money for best poser, and if they get so many competitors, they put an extra on. I mean, it's just really Texas is going to be the show that's really going to get a lot of attention for that division.
The Texas list probably coming out tonight too, so it's going to be interesting to see who's competing there.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go back into, you know, to Dave's IG, and he has some more. He's also took some photos of some women. I think this is wellness.
Yes, that's wellness. Yeah, that was the master ladies wellness. Yeah, they don't look like masters ladies. They're like they look pretty amazing.
Yeah, you got come on open level ladies. I think one lady's also double dip doing masters and open. Like say, I ain't follow as much because you know I'm more a fan of women's bodybuilding than I am of the I would say the high heel division, except for figure. But you know, some pretty amazing ladies here. I mean, I know a lady who competes in wellness. That is Melissa Guerrero. She took third at the Atlanta, and she was there competing there. I think she competed at another show. I think she did New York, she did Atlanta, and she did this show, Tampa. And she's from right here in North Carolina. Impressive young lady. She has a lot of potential. Hope she does get a qualification maybe to Olympia sometime soon.
I think Glenn's doing something with her soon.
Yeah, I think he's working with her, and here he is sitting with the, you know, a 5-time Miss Olympia competitor, and that is Sharonica Hinton. She was there, you know.
You know, she's competing in Texas too.
Oh, she's in Texas too. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole show, like Dave, on like everything when you were there?
I saw. I stayed for the whole Friday, so I stayed, or actually Thursday night for Masters Women, and then I didn't watch their finals because it was going too late. It was like way too late that day, and then I went to prejudging and finals on Friday for women's physique, women's bodybuilding, figure, and fitness 2-piece. So yeah, so I got to see the categories I like the best.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I know my man KL, he went to a show. It was an OCB show. It was a Sunday. And what was it like for you? You know, because you've been to a show before. You went to New York. Now, this, you know, what was it like for you going to this, you know, this other federation?
Well, it was small. Like the when I first, you know, I had to, you know, I couldn't do it online, like pay online, so I had to go, you know, to the show and pay. And when I went, you know, they were showing the guys first, but I thought they was gonna do the guys in the morning, because when I came, when I arrived, it was like 2 o'clock. Around that time, I thought the women was going at that time, but I don't know. They must have. I don't know. But when I was there, I seen the guys, and you know, was able to even film the guys a bit. Then I waited for waited like 20 minutes for they get the women to showcase the women. And you know, I stayed for the figure, the physique, and wellness. I left. I wanted to leave at wellness and stuff, but the rain I got caught up with the rain, so I went back and filmed some pictures, and but it seemed like I wanted to just record, I'm then to just sit down and just watch, because in a way, they had like regular people, but it feels like they had people that work out more, if you guys can understand what I'm saying. And it's like you feel like an outsider a little bit, and but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like New York Pro where they got nothing but muscular people there, and it's like bodybuilders really. But it was in a way it was inconvenience because it was like a small auditorium, and but yeah, I mean it's not a big show like that, like a New York Pro or a Tampa Pro. It's like a small college auditorium, and was able to watch. It was okay, no complaints.
Yeah, because OCB is totally different from NPC and IFBB because it's natural bodybuilding. And
Right.
we interviewed some ladies who compete in OPC before and also in PCA. It's a totally different look compared to if you look at some of the ladies and men who compete in NPC and IFBB. Because the natural look is a lot. I know I interviewed a lady, Miss Kathy Vega. She competed natural. Both me and David interviewed Sam Emery. She competes naturally. It's a different look compared to some of the more enhanced competitors. We got here some comments here. This is from a man, Stefan Prey. He says, is Italia Cuejo doing the Texas Pro? I don't know. We hadn't heard. I doubt it because him and her Sarah, are not all on good terms.
Right. I was going to say that I'd be surprised if she did, given their past history, but it's not beyond her, I don't think.
Yeah, because I remember when she did
coming out tonight too, so keep an eye out for the list.
Yeah, because she did Pittsburgh that year when Sarah's put up the money for that show, and she won that title and she took Sarah's money. So I say also this is from Lawrence Perkins says I just saw Sarah put up some money. Yeah, she's put up at least $15K for first place, also a trophy, and also the promoters there is also putting up some money for. I think it's like even top 10 still gets $1,000. You get up to from 10th all the way to 6th, you get $1,000, and that's good because we saw that at the Tampa show. It was $2,000 for women's physique and women's bodybuilding, and I think $15,000 for the men's open and $4,000 for wellness. And a lot of the promoters, like I think it's Wolfpack, they promote the wellness division now, and I know they put the money for at New York and also at Chicago, and also at several shows they have wellness. Anybody got to say something?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not used to a live like this.
Hey, brother, we come here. It's like I said, my other guy says, whatever doesn't make you stranger makes you stronger.
Oh man.
You and Joker.
You're a hater. You hate no more.
Oh man.
But at the Spirits, I think, like I said, the tempo is pretty good. I like the show. I watched it. Like I said, some ladies look very impressive. I know Marilyn Yee was kind of disappointed because she didn't get the chance to get in the top 10. I think just talking, she might do the Grand Prix show coming up next month. And she looked pretty good. I think maybe just need to make some little more touches, maybe bring an condition better because I know you were there, you saw it.
Yeah, her conditioning could have been a little better. She did have some nice shape to her though, for sure. And was this her pro debut? I think.
Yeah, it was a pro debut because she won a pro card at the Olympia back in 2022.
Oh, that's right, the Amateur Olympia, I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I liked her look though. I thought, and I was kind of excited to see what she would look like too.
Which one was that? Who are we talking about?
Marilyn Yee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also Anastasia. This was her pro debut, and she was able to get in the top 10 because, like I said, I think it was only 12 ladies. There was a lot more, but most of the ladies were doing the masters. I know some women, they feel more comfortable competing with women within their age groups or something like Janine. She was doing both masters and open. You know, Janine, you know, I would consider her a friend. She took a step back after she had got some injuries, and she looked pretty good. I mean, you know, she was able to get in the top 10 of this show, and you know, she lives in Florida. This is her backyard. She's done the show quite a few times. As you know, Best Poser went to Christina Mendoza, and you know, her poser was pretty good.
Yeah, she's a posing coach, you know, and so she probably just coached herself. She's like, it's easy enough, you know.
Yeah, yeah, because I know she's working with. I know she's talking with Hunter Henderson, a couple of physique competitors, and some other people. You know, when I saw she posted on her IG, it was a picture of her and her husband. He was taking pictures of her, and you know, you go to my YouTube channel, go in my story. It's like she just looks like she could do another show if there was another show for her to do.
Yeah, she's amazing. It's funny, her husband, I've heard that he's loud, but he's really loud in the audience.
if if my man Keith, he was there when she was competing at the Rise, and he mentioned that, you know, so yeah, I understand you want to support your wife, but at the same time, dude, you might want to cut it back a little bit because you know you don't want to have, you know, tonsillitis, you know, especially if you go to Olympia, and dude, you're not gonna, you know, you can't do it. You better just, you know, either buy yourself a bullhorn or you could kick your ass out if you do.
Yeah, that's a big stage there, a big audience too. I was yelling for the ladies at the Tampa Pro too, because somebody, I forget who said this, but commented that, you know, it's good for the ladies. Oh, it's Glenn, I think, because he was also yelling for some of the ladies, but he said it was kind of like going to like your kid's softball game. You know, these ladies need your support, and they need to hear from you and know that you're out there. Because I've been to a few shows where the response from the fans is just like so blah, you know, and just like there seems like they're sleeping in the audience, and I don't like that. I like that energy, you know. And Christina's husband definitely provided that. He's wild, man.
Yeah, I noticed they do that. Like with the men, they go crazy, and then because I was experiencing that yesterday, and then
Really?
like I think the commentator, he was like encouraging the people to, you know, like to get the to shout for these ladies and all that stuff. So, you know, I
No,
noticed
I
that.
think it's good to do that, and I definitely encourage fans to come to a show to do that too.
Yeah, because these ladies they can use any kind of support they need from, especially for the fans, because you know it's tough. As we talk about, you know, me, you, David, Art, you know, KL, we interview some of these ladies, and it's tough to compete in this sport and not get recognition and respect that you deserve. Because you know you got to think about it. They do this not just for, if you're lucky enough, you have a sponsor, they pay for your thing. Like I think one thing, I think is Zama's sponsor. That's why she's able to do both Texas and the Tampa. You know, some ladies they have to really, you know, tighten your purse strings to compete. And you know, and you got to think about it. A couple $1,000s is not much. You know, when all said is done. You know, it's just, it's so much to this. And it's good when, like I said, when I reach out to people and I talk to some of these ladies and they say, hey, thank you for talking about this show or talking about us, you know, because we don't get that recognition that we deserve. Because, you know, everybody's going to talk about the guys. As I keep saying, the men's division is always going to be the bottom bitch in bodybuilding. You know, if you know the pimping game, the bottom bitch is always the one to bring money for daddy. But, you know, these ladies, you know, they put in the time. We're fans. We're supporters. We respect them as both as women as athletes, and also yes, we love their bodies, and you can't help that. But I think they do a little more recognition, a little more prize money help too. Because you think about it, if you can put up, like, I'm not saying like the Lippo level of money, but at least $10,000 would be good. Or you know, like I think the Tampa used to be $5,000. I remember Margie talked about that year. Chelsea won, how it dropped so low compared to was in the past.
I do think that. What do you guys think about in terms of just having so many divisions now? You know, it used to be just female bodybuilding, you know, and women's bodybuilding, and now you got 5 other divisions to divide up, you know, the prize money. So that, I guess, that does make it a little tougher for the promoters too. But yeah, 2,000 is just like barely covers your costs to go to a show like that, you know.
Yeah, it only covers. That's like when Teresa was talking about the Triple O, when she said that for she and her husband, just travel and accommodations was $2,500. Just for that. not including all the other expenses that went into her training and her dieting and such. And then also for this show, I was trying to remember who pointed out the discrepancy between the men's prize money and the women's. Because I think, what was it? I'm trying to remember who it was that posted. It was second or third was like $500.
Mm-hmm.
Third was 500. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, good Lord.
that's not
'Cause-
nothing. That's
no,
more than your posing suits. That's probably more
right,
than the budget when they eat for that week.
right.
That's true.
So it's like it's great that they won. It's great that they won. It's great that they did a good job. But it'd be great if they got the financial return on investment that they put into that goes into just a single contest prep.
I think the cornhole pros get more money. It's like, geez, what the hell, man?
Right.
Uh,
The slap fighters,
Yeah.
such like that. Right.
Yeah, because like I think with Dana White, he runs that show also as UFC. And UFC fighters, they get a good chunk of change. They make money for just a show for weigh-ins, and then they get paid for the fights. And then sometimes if you have a good like a knockout or a stoppage and it's really good, you get a bonus of the night. And that's like $50,000. You think about it. That's how much Andrea gets for both the Rise of Phoenix and Olympia. I think one thing shout out to Jake again. He should bump up the money for the Olympia. I think at least, I know we're not gonna get as much as the men because but at least $100,000. That would make a big difference because I think that would help a lot of these competitors. Like $100,000 for first, then 25,000, then on down and down. Because I think to keep up with the men's division, you can get prize money up to 10th place.
Mm-hmm.
So a guy in 10th or maybe even 5th will get more than the Miss Physique Olympia, the Miss Olympia, even the Mr. Olympia Classic. They get more, but Bumstead makes some money on the back end.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's just, I mean, that's the problem with women and men's sports in general, that discrepancy, but it's pretty glaring, I think, in pro bodybuilding for sure, unfortunately.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's also that in men's sports, like the mainstream sports, the men are more entertaining. Like you look at the WNBA and the NBA. You look at, tennis, even someone like, Serena Williams doesn't make much as Roger Federer, but she makes some money on the back end from other stuff she does outside of the sport, And women's bodybuilding, I think like people like, Sid Gillen, who, she does pretty good. She promotes shows, and, Andrea, she got Triple O Dynasty, and, I think Natalia does pretty good. As I was talking about these ladies a while back, I don't know why, I can't help myself. Anytime I see a man around my girl, I got to, because David, I got to talk to you, brother. I got to talk to you about this. Now, I don't have a problem with Whitney Jones. No, I have a problem with that. But you can't hear my girl, David.
I know. I had my hand around her back then.
Yeah. Yo. I love you, David. I thought he's a brother, but you know the rules. I got to tell that to Big Keith. That's my brother. I love him too. I tell that to my old partner. Now I got to tell it to you next time. Tell the tire come a little closer to you and let her sit on the side. Okay.
Hey, George, I said it before. I'll say it again. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Whatever you hear, like a man say, I think damn game. KL got shot from man Lawrence Perkins. He says, well, KL, we're glad you had a great time. Yeah, thank you. And also,
my bodyguard.
Yeah. Also, I love both shows. Thank you. Appreciate you, man, Stephen Prey. And also, I thought the Rising Phoenix was no, that's the whole total prize money, not just the main prize money, because he has split between the top 5 competitors. Also, there's like best poser, most muscular, and also you throw in the prize money from the Arizona Pro too, which is just part of the Rising. It's one of the few shows that is mainly just for the ladies. We have the Vancouver, that's one, and you have the Rising Phoenix. It's not too many shows. Like remember back in the day, there was the Giantana, which was the first only just for women's bodybuilding. It was no guys, no banana hammocks. And now I don't know. We think it would be a good idea if they make another show where just exclusive for ladies don't have to share the stage with the guys.
Well, the Elena Popa Pro that's coming up, that's new show that's going to be women's bodybuilding only for the pros. So that's going to be a good show, I think. But
yeah,
What about the Titans Grand Prix
that's women's
that's coming there?
bodybuilding.
Is that just that as well, or is that other divisions?
It's women's bodybuilding and fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think so. Like I said again, I think a friend of mine, she's gonna compete the show. I think Patty Henson says she's gonna compete there because I think she mentioned in the interview and with a female bodybuilding channel, and I think a couple others because
Big Jane is going to compete there.
Yeah, Big Jane. Really cool. Big Jane. That's gonna be her debut also. One person I think might do the show. I don't know if she's gonna do that one or do the Alina show, and that is Hunter Henderson. Because that was the debate. Like this is one thing. I know Sherry, and we both know Sherry. And I was surprised she didn't do Tampa. She did Chicago, because I thought Christine would do Chicago. That's where she got her Olympic qualification last time. And I think the thing was, I think because Hunter and Christina worked together, she decided to opt out and not do that show. And you think one thing, I think maybe Sherry didn't want to do the Tampa because her and Michaela they trained with Sharonica. So but I think maybe it was a good move for her because but now that Hunter either has to do the Alina show or just wait and try to do the Grand Prix. What y'all think?
I like Hunter a lot. I'm glad to see her back again. And she placed second in Chicago, right? Yeah. And I think Sherry was originally going to do Tampa, but then I think just the opportunity arose that she could squeeze in and work it around her work schedule to do to do Chicago. So I think that was a good move for her because and she was at the Tampa show too. She was just in the audience and did some photo shoots and stuff there. So it was good to see her.
And Art, your thoughts?
Sorry, my train of thought went off a little bit. So as far as what?
What do you think where Hunter's going to do next? Because she's going to think she can do the Lena show, or she might try to do the Grand Prix.
Oh, it's a question of travel, I would think. I mean, it's like international travel is not anything to scoff at, because so as far as expenses. So if it's so expensive even here domestically, I can't imagine what it's going to be. Because it's over in Romania, isn't it?
Yeah. It's in Romania.
And so it's like you're flying not only clear across the Atlantic, but you're also flying over almost half of Europe. So a lot of travel expense for that.
Yeah, and I think she lives in Vegas, so I think the Anaheim High show was a lot closer for her. We had a comment from a man, Lawrence. He says, George can't be jealous when people take a picture with your girl. Yes, I can be jealous. It's my right to be jealous. That's my girl.
This is what I love about this with George and Andrea. It's like he's got everything arranged already. He has got the wedding planned. He's got the honeymoon. He's got the ring. He's got absolutely everything. It's just this pesky little thing about like the relationship that he doesn't have. So as long as Andrea doesn't mind the rest.
I'm cool with that. We got here a comment from man. Warrior 2007 parade. I would be kind of awkward, but excited to see Natalia Abraham Correjo do Texas Pro. And if she would have a stand next to current Women's Physique Olympian champion, Sarah. Sarah's not competing this show, but she's gonna, if she does that show, she'll take her money because she's put the sponsorship for it. Because Natalia's been quiet. She last competed at the Atlantic Coast show right after she lost the title to Sarah back in Olympia. And she didn't do Pittsburgh because I was surprised her because she's done that show at least a couple of times before, and there was only 3 competitors that show. So this year was really not a big year for physique coming in early like they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's just simply taking time off because she's already a shoo-in for the Olympia. And so it's like she competed at a bunch of shows last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering whether or not she's playing the smart game right now, and that is just concentrating on the Olympia, not worrying about all these other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is smart, actually. I think, it's really tough in your body to do all those shows, Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see because I know she's hungry for the win again, at the Olympia.
Yeah, and Sarah being the champion, I think Sarah took remember this happened to Iris Kyle when she lost to Yaxenia King. She took the judge's advice and got a little softer. And then Yaxenia came in hard and gyrated, and she beat her. And that's happened with Italia with Sarah. And then Sarah comes in because she's just ripped to shreds. Her glutes are just crazy. I mean, and this is where I think everything's changed for Zeke. I think really with Sarah compared to how he was. You remember Julia McCartney? She had a great physique, very feminine, very pleasurable. I mean, I think that was the look that everybody was looking for. Also, you can't forget Danielle Bailey. But now it's the debate where if you look at Zama, she competed in bodybuilding for like a half a minute. I think she was in top 3 at Romania. That was back in 2022. And she's coming in here, and if you saw that video of her when she's coming into Tampa, and her back is just shredded. I took a video, I made it, I put it on my IG, and she liked it. You put it on her site, and it was just you seeing her, just her back and her delts were just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Those traps of hers are just crazy. It's like they're absolutely freakish. So,
yeah.
Now, did she slim down from when she competed in bodybuilding one time? Did she lose any muscle to or does she basically keep the same muscle mass?
Looks like I think it just looks like she's about the same. She might have maybe slimmed down a little bit, but not too much, where you can't really tell because it's just like I said. She has that tapering waist. She has the wide shoulders, the back. She just her physique is just crazy.
Yeah.
And David, you got to interview her a while back, her and her husband, and she shared her story. And what was that? When you interviewed her, what was the experience with her like? Because she couldn't speak. She just speaks no English. Her husband was a translator.
Oh yeah, she ended up having to get her on-stage post-win interview was translated too, and her coach came up on stage. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm very impressed with her. She doesn't necessarily need to do these shows because of the fact that she already qualified as a top 3, last year. She was in 3rd place last year at the Olympia. But yeah, I'm very impressed with her physique, and I think she really wowed people. Though last year was her first Olympia, and I think she wowed the crowd there for sure. she's incredible, and I think she could definitely do women's bodybuilding if she wanted to, and do very well there.
Yeah, I remember when she competed. I think her pro debut was 2021. It was it was at the Puerto Rico Pro, and I remember I was watching Alina and said that she had those muscle bellies.
Mm-hmm.
She has those delts that was really close to women's bodybuilding. And then I think was that next year she did women's bodybuilding. She took, I think, 3rd at the Women's Muscle Fest, but then she decided to go back to physique.
Yeah, I was a little surprised actually that she went back to physique, but I mean, obviously it's working out for her,
Yeah.
I think she's really beautiful too. She's just really pretty and has a great, her moves on stage, her posing and choreography is really good. So she's got the wow factor for sure.
Yeah. Here, this is from a comment. This is from a man. Lawrence Perkins says, some girls don't like a jealous person. And Warrior, it's nothing wrong with being sensitive sometimes. We had a humble ourselves. I love the podcast. I know Keith would be laughing right now. Keith, he's I sent him the link, but I think he might be busy. I know we usually do it early in the day. Also, some of it is her. She's doing Texas Pro. That would be interesting, having all the top 3 ladies of the Miss Olympia women's physique there at the same show. One of them presenting the award to competing. Yeah, we'll be interested. Also, this is from my man Lawrence. He says, what's what Lawrence? Give a second. Yeah, wait a minute. There you go. Says, yes, I think Hunter might do not the Rising Phoenix, because she's not invited. And it's invitational. Like, if you're invited, you can do the show. And I think the Rising Phoenix is top 3 competitors can make it, because Andrea is going to be number 1, and I think 2 and 3 might be Angela and Ashley because everybody else is already qualified. I think Alcione Marie was on the list, but I think she might have dropped off. I think I
I
saw a
think
new list.
no, Sherry's gonna be in top 3, man.
Yeah, well, I like Sherry, but everybody talking about Ashley. Her physique is just it's crazy. If you remember, she was figure, and then went to physique, and now women's bodybuilding. I think Sherry could probably crack the top 5 because Chelsea's not there this year. A couple others that are not competing. I mean, Christine wasn't even invited. She could probably crack the top 5 because you still got Mira Ash, you still got Sheena Olick. The big question, those are 2 that I'm wondering what they're gonna do because I think Sheena might be done because she usually does 3 shows and she's done.
Yeah, I bet she was kind of disappointed this year because she hasn't gotten a win, and I don't think she got a win last year either, and didn't go to the Olympia. Is that right?
Well, last year she didn't compete. She competed in 2022. She competed. I think she did. She took second to Chelsea at Tampa, and then I remember I saw her. I actually saw her talk to her when she competed at Savannah, and she was. I think she was in top 5 at Chicago that year, and then she competed at Rising Phoenix and took the rest of last year off. We haven't seen her compete and done any shows after that till this year. She took second in Toronto, then she was third at Atlanta, and she's third here in Tampa. And with Mela, she'll do a show Mela might do the show in Romania because she's been to the Romanian Muscle Fest twice. She's done Toronto 1 year, and she might do that show because I think one thing with Mela, I think she really needs to take the time off and really because that year when she switched to women's physique to women's bodybuilding, that was her best year. That was in 2020. But I think in the last couple of years she's been kind of struggling a bit.
She mentioned having a car accident recently. Yeah, and I think she was even amazed that she was able to get ready for stage. She does look really good, but I don't think she's as conditioned as she usually is, or maybe needs to be.
Yeah, because I think it was right after she did Romania, she got in the car accident.
Oh, was it? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought it was this year that she had it. No, I see.
Well, it was the end of it was like right after she came back from the Romanian Muscle Fest. It was like the week after she got in the car accident. And I thought she might just take the time, take the year off, and just sit and chill, and maybe work on a few things, and maybe I think, like I said, her conditioning is something. She has a great body, but I think her conditioning just need to come in a little tighter.
Yeah, I agree.
And and like I said, it was a pretty good lineup. Also, you look at the lineup for women's physique. Judy Feldman, who won the show twice, she just didn't have a chance. Big question: what's Jenny's going to do? Because if Zama's doing, I'm surprised we see Evie Rain at the show. Because Evie, she usually does Tampa, and Jenny and her, they're like back to back. And she won Texas last year. So what those two are going to do? Because they've been Olympic qualified pretty much the last 4 or 5 years.
I think could see Evie and Jeannie maybe doing Texas for sure. I haven't heard anything about Evie. I don't know what's going on with her.
I think it's the same thing with her because she was competing a lot, and I think she stepped back a bit. Yeah. And because I know she was at the Masters, or at least she at least was selected to do Masters. I'm trying to remember whether or not she actually did it or not. But that's my guess is she may be just stepping back a bit and letting her body recover.
Yeah, because she did Tampa, she did Texas, she did the Masters, she won the Masters, so she won Texas, and then she did the Olympia. And yeah, because she's in her 40s, she's got a couple of kids, she maybe wants to spend more time with them. Like Jenny, she had 3 boys, and I think a couple more are grown, one's still a little young. She may want to. I don't know if, like I said, Evie might be taking this year off because Ann Moon, who usually be competing like 2 or 3 shows, she had surgery for her knee and she didn't compete this year. I saw that Colia Mundi might be doing the Romanian Muscle Fest because she was supposed to do, I think, Pittsburgh and another show, but you know, some issues come up, and I think she switched coaches again. I think she was, you know, I know she's working with one dude, and I think she was working with Nasir. I don't know if she's working with Nasir again. Anyway, folks. Anyway, I was watching this, and I saw this. It was posted on Female Vitamin Channel, and you know, figure is a division I'm starting to pay more attention to. And there's one lady that was there, and me and Dave talked about her, and that's Manon. I think Manon, the lady, yeah, she just made an announcement that she's switching divisions after this is, as you know, she took 6 at the Tampa Pro because Lena Rumsteiner won that show. It was the 4th show because Lena did the I think she did what was the show? I think she did the show in Atlanta. Then she did both Imperial and did the Portugal, and they came over here to Tampa. And Manon, she's now, this is posted by the Female Body Channel. They just put it up. She's switching to physique.
Yeah, that woman is really amazing. It was great seeing her on stage, and I was like, wow, yeah, I think that's a good move for her because she's probably too big for figure now. She's got an amazing physique.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of shots of her doing physique posing now, and she looks great. I mean, I think it's a very wise move for her.
I think so too.
Yeah,
did you see that picture going back where she was pregnant not that long ago? I was like, geez Louise, she right there. It's like that, and yeah.
Yeah, I think the little boy's like 2 or 3 years old. It's like, you know, and and she's married. She's French Canadian because I know she was saying that she needs to do more interviews and and speak a little more English. Mm-hmm. And she has a great look to her. I think she kind of reminds me of maybe who if you look at her, who do you think she reminds you of?
For physique ladies?
Yeah.
I have to think about that.
Or she just says something new. She
has a unique look to her, yeah. And she's really pretty too. She's beautiful. Definitely got some good lats.
Yeah. I mean,
in the face, she looks like Julia Whitesole, I think. Yeah. But not physique wise per se, but in the face, I think she looks like Julia.
Yeah, she has a lot of potential. I think it's a good move for her because you look at some of the girls you see now in figure, they are looking more like how figure first started. How physique first started. Like the early days of like I think even surpassed. I think they're closer to like maybe Julia Monacarni. That look, great definition, good width, good that great taper. And I think some women want to stay in figure because feel like it's division. Like you saw Mimi Challenge, she switched over. And
I got a silly question. When did physique started? Like what year? Like in the 2000s? Like mid 2000s?
I think it's like 2005.
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
No,
2005, 2006.
You talking about physique or figure? Because I think like physique started like 2011, 2010.
That's right. Yeah, about 2011.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going too far back. Okay.
Yeah, because I think figure started around about.
Figure started then. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's 2000 and what? To the 2000s?
About 2005 probably.
2005. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's figure, and then I think physique came around about 2011, because that's when you saw a lot of women migrating from figure. And some women migrating from women's bodybuilding to physique, because I remember some ladies who were competing in women's bodybuilding, but they were too small for it, and they needed a division that could fit them, because and that's where physique came along. But then I think one thing, because a lot of women who were leaving women's bodybuilding coming to physique, might affect the division to the look at it, because if you look at it now, where to beat that, like Talia, look like she's more like women's bodybuilding than she is physique. Even though she has that small taper in the waist, her shoulders, her delts, her back is a lot more wider and has more definition to what the criteria is for women's physique.
Guys, I got to get going, but it's good being part of this, and thanks for inviting me, George. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for coming through.
Good to see you, Dick.
All right.
Yeah. And next time, keep your hands off my girl.
Oh yeah, I'll think about it. I don't know, man.
Hey Dave, how do you get all these women in your podcast, man? Because it'd be like one person to another, man. It's like that's incredible. Huh? I don't know how you do that.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. They just like me.
It's like he has that.
I know you got a secret, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna leave it alone. But good job. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
David, good luck to you, and we can't wait till your next post. And I'm watching and support you. So thank you for coming through, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. So anyway, that was our man David Bryan for Feeling by Inform. If you want to check out, I left the link to his IG in the live stream. Also, I will do this. I will leave his link to his YouTube channel in the on the link for this video. You want to check him out, But I think that's a good move for Manon because I think she said the judges told her that either she would drop size or get bigger and go to win physique.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which picture it was on her IG, but she was doing physique posing, and she looked really good. I mean, she looked like she had the size to do it now. I mean, if she wanted to. So it'd be interesting to see. She's not made any announcement as to when her debut in physique is going to be, has she?
No, I think
right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think she says she's going to wait after. I think she says she's going to wait after the Olympia, and then I think it'd be smart for her not to jump in too soon because one thing is like Paula Ranta, she switched from figure to physique, and I think with Paula, she's still young. She's just 25. She needs more time to grow and develop. And that's the thing is, I think you don't want to jump into the division just yet. This is the video I saw. Oh my God, she
looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, this is when she completed in Vancouver. She did Toronto, then did Vancouver, got a little bit of qualification in Vancouver.
How you pronounce her name? Manon? That's
the first name, Manon. Her last name is Dunlily. I think Dunlity. I mean, I feel I pronounced it right. But she just has. I think she has that potential for physique, and I've even talked to some ladies who compete in figure who said that she doesn't belong in the figure anymore. I mean, her quads are just they're just really dense. Her shoulders, even though that's the thing about figure, you have to have those good shoulders or good details, but her delts are just a lot more bigger than it is you want to see. Like if you look at someone like C.D. Gillen or Jessica Ray Padilla, like other ladies that compete in the division. Yeah, like I said, and her shreds are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I think she should do this. I wouldn't jump into physique just yet. Take the time, work on conditioning, bring up a little more size, because you got to think about it. You got to compete with some people like Natalia Coelho. You got Zama. You got also who else? Just some top level competitors. You got Sarah. I mean, then I think Amu might be coming back next year. I saw Parmesan. That's one person who had the pleasure on my channel. She did Portugal, but got second. I think who won that show? It was who won Portugal? I'm trying to remember. It was what Portugal? I can't remember. I forget. It was Carolina. It was Carolina Alvarez from Brazil. She won Portugal. This is from a man. Warrior says, Sherry definitely will be top 6. You better not have David said that about her. Also, this is from a Warrior says, top 6 at the Rising Phoenix: Andrea Shaw, Angela Yo, Ashley Jones, Sherry Priami, and Lavinia Barros. I think I can see that. I would say I'll probably swap out. Probably, I don't know. Maybe Lavinia might be 5th and Sherry be 6th. And we still got a couple others, but we're still waiting on Raheem's girl. Who I think we don't know what she's doing.
Is she competing? Is she?
Well, she's doing the Rising, but I don't know. She might do the Lena show.
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Oh, the Lena Popo.
yeah, she might do that show. Because or she might just sit and wait and just do the show in Anaheim, or
That's
the
next
show.
month, right? The Lena Popo show in Europe.
Yeah, that's next month, and also that
Okay.
next month is also a show in UK. It was in Spain, the Europa Championship, but the Two Bros took that show over and now moved to the UK.
Mm.
So that's a possibility. She might try to do that show. We just wait and see. Also, this is from a man where it says Michaela definitely in it. Yeah, Michaela looks very impressive. I would like I said, I was certain because when I saw Michaela on the list, I said, "Oh no, yeah, she's already got a qualification. I don't know why she's doing this show. She just, I know you want me to stay competitive, but you know, it would have been better to skip the show. You already got your spot. You're doing both Rising Phoenix. You're gonna be the Olympia. I don't say you want to be competitive, but you know what? I know I watched the live stream and she wasn't very happy. I know, I felt like it was just really close between her and Christina. Because I felt like, if it was going to go a certain way, Michaela being the hometown girl, she won a challenge since last year. I felt it was going to go with her, but I was really surprised. I mean, honestly, I was surprised that it was going to go with Christina.
Well, it's like I wondered that too when I was watching as well. When you look at the call out that they were in, when Michaela hits those front poses, especially the the front lat spread, she vacuums her stomach quite a bit, and I'm wondering whether or not that actually hurt her because you can see Christina Mendoza's abs. But when you look at Michaela's in those same shots, she vacuums her waist a lot. And I'm wanting to know. I'm wondering whether or not that actually hurt her. But also, just judging by the how they placed her as opposed to Christina, and then also in physique, how Elena Avilés did in women's physique, it's clear they were going for mass rather than conditioning at this show.
Yeah,
Because
because
I was really surprised when Elena got moved out of the top two and Jeannie got put in. When I saw that, I was like, okay. And then I also saw Paula Ranta in women's physique, and they were on the outside, and they were like in the third and fourth places in their call out. It's like, okay, this is clearly going to be a show where they're going to reward mass rather than conditioning. And I think that's what hurt both Michaela and Elena is that that's what they were looking for at this show.
yeah, because Alina, she got a qualification. I was surprised that she didn't do the Imperial because that's in Spain. That's her backyard. Or she could have done the Portugal. She comes all the way here. I don't know. She might try to do Texas. That wouldn't be a good idea for her. She might go back to Europe and maybe just do the Europa Championship. She's been qualified before. I remember, when she competed at the Mini Muscle Fest, she didn't get, I think she didn't crack the top 5 because, it was, I think, who was it? It was uh Luca. Okay, I think was Caroline was second. Someone else was third, and Natalia Bastrova was fourth. And it's one lady, she was from Spain, and I think she's mentioned here. This is from Warrior mentioned her right here. This is he says her name right here. This it says, I'm actually like Sylvia Martinez. I'm gonna say I made a name. I'm gonna cut it up. Physique. I think she has potential in the future to improve and to get better and be the top 5 at the Miss Olympia show one day. And also, this is from man Stefan Prey says, Kovaleva probably doing Anaheim. That's a possibility. And the lady that he just mentioned, Sylvia, she did Portugal, and I think she also did the Imperial. And she has it's physique. I think she has a great look to her. She could have potential to, as with some of the I would say some of the regulars, like with Ann Moon not competing this year. We're not sure if Barbara Jean's going to make it. The I think it's really for this Olympia, it's an open opportunity.
Or women's physique, you mean?
Yeah, I think it's really for top five. It's really open to me because you still have people like Sharonka hitting. You got you still got Natalia, you got Zama, you got a couple others, but the usual suspects like Ann, Evie, and Barbara, and also Jenny may not be able to make it this year.
I know she's not a popular choice, but I still think Natalia Ray Wolf is going to turn some heads at the Olympia. So, because this is her very first one. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know others probably disagree, but I still think she's going to surprise people.
Yeah, and I interviewed Natalie. She's an impressive young woman. She's been competing for a good while. She could probably crack the top 10. But like I said again, as long as you have, some of these other ladies who've been competing for a good while, who's been like, Sharonka's been to Olympia in her career in physique, but she took a step back, coming back. The new faces that are coming in here are getting a lot of attention. The Carolina Alvarez, no, sorry, Carolina the Santos, the last couple of times she got a qualification, she couldn't make it. For some reason, I think it was maybe visa issues, something like that. And, we all saw that Anastasia Levinova, she's not going to make it because of visa issues. And I think she says she's going to be doing the Europa Championship.
Okay.
Yeah. I like this. I think Sherry should have won it. And we still had good numbers for women's bodybuilding. But then, what's the point of you competing shows? You can't come here and your husband always talking about how, yeah. Oh, yeah. But if your wife can't make it to the shows and compete, then what's the point?
Well, it's not that she doesn't have any options. It's just, unfortunately, they're limited, but it's not like she doesn't have any. I mean, now, they haven't announced, the competitor lists for the Elena Popa show, right?
No,
They
that's
haven't
not
done it
till
yet.
we won't probably find out till about the last week of August because the Lena Popa show is
Right.
the 1st of September. I think the first. What's the? Let me
Because
see.
Because
Yeah,
that right there is still an opportunity for her. I
yeah,
mean, I
because
know she hasn't announced, but it's still a whole lot closer than where she is, where for her to be able to come to the Olympia. So it's not like she doesn't have any options. But you're right. I mean, she's an Olympia caliber competitor. I mean, unfortunately, because of this political issues unfortunately, because of that, it's sad that she won't be able to make it.
well, here's the thing: it's not political because Natalia Bastrova is from Russia, and she has come here and she got a visa, and she had did 2 shows. She did the Ultimate Classic, and she did the Omaha Pro.
But
I
did she get a resident visa? So like she's living here in the States?
No, she went back. She's not living here in the
Okay.
States.
Okay.
So I think the issue is really is something when they pull up her because in America, when you come to America, you cannot have nothing. There was last year there was so many issues with competitors not getting because of visa issues. You come to America, if you have anything, even just barely a jaywalking ticket, they don't
Sure.
let you come in. And I think it could be some issues with. I'm not going to say who, but it could be with her husband. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Or something she has on her record when which she can't get a visa because because Natalia because a couple of ladies who are Russian competitors have come here and competed in the past. I think one time Oksana Perari who competed at the Tampa, she was a list for the Romanian Muscle Fest. I know I did interviews with her lawyer and they were talking, trying to get everything set up, but then she didn't get the chance to go. And she's a great lady. Her and her husband, they've been on my channel. I interviewed them. She's a mom. She's a competitor. She looked pretty good. She made top 5 that show.
She placed 6 at Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So she did a good job there.
Yeah,
So
she did top 5 at Atlanta, and she's doing both open and masters class. And the thing is, like I said, if there's anything on your record, we apply for a visa. Anything that's even if you got probation, that's still considered you're doing time outside of jail. that could be something that could hurt your getting a visa. You know, you can go to other countries. Like I think you told me that one reason why we hadn't seen Olivia Bean, you know, doing shows in the States, because she used to do shows in the States where she did Toronto and she did the Portugal Pro, because I think there might be some issues with a visa. Because, you know, and I follow her. She was at an event somewhere in China, and she was like, you know, getting flowers. Everybody was taking pictures with her. She might try to, if she can't get a visa, because she usually comes here and competes, because I know she's cool with Monique Jones, and she stays in South Carolina, and she works with, I think, Trey Hodge, Dr. Trey Hodge, my man Glenn Sasa. Here we got a comment from my man War 2000, says, much love to figure girls. Yeah, you know. Also, we got a comment here from Warrior, says, I agree with you, George. Why did Michaela Aycock enter herself into the Tampa for what? For what? She has already been qualified for the Miss Olympia. Never really understood that. Well, sometimes some competitors want to be want to be active, still be competitive, and also they have sponsors. Like that's one thing I think somebody told me about Natalia. She has sponsors, and they sponsor you to compete. Somebody who's like paying you to compete. You know, you're gonna compete. But yeah, that was I know that gives maybe. If she had won, she took a spot away from somebody who probably deserves a spot, especially when women's physique has so few. Women's bodybuilding has so few shows, and then and like I said, once we look at how women's physique, they still have women's physique has, even though if Zama wins Tampa, you still have the show in Tupelo, Mississippi. There's the Arizona Pro. There's a show in that's the I think the Legion Sports Fest, and
right.
Also and also you have the Europa Championships. That's 4 shows. That's a show more. That's actually and also there's the World Match Championship, but it's not Olympic qualification, which is kind of funny to me. I think it's a Gary could have he rubs. He's up in Pittsburgh. He rubs elbows with Jim Mannion. It could make that show Olympic qualification, but he's do like this. If these master competitors are playing like they're paying money to compete, like they're amateurs, then have an overall. Because I know some ladies would do like 40 plus and 50 plus, but as long as you have at least 2 or 3 competitors enough, then let them do an overall to get the qualification.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, to answer Warrior's question, I mean, it's the same thing with Natalia and Physique competing to all these other shows, but I see it as strategic on her part. Is that not only does she say, "Hey, I'm a competitor and I like to compete," but at the same time, every single one of those wins is another potential competitor knocked off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Since she's getting it over. So if the field is smaller, I mean, if the potential crop of competitors is smaller, that improves her chances of winning.
Yeah,
and I think it's the same way. I think it's the same way with Michaela, that she would have won a second one. That's one more competitor knocked off the board.
Yeah, but still, you're not going to beat Andrea. That's the truth. You're
right.
not off the board, but you're not going to beat the champ. But like I say, you look at it like Anna Harris, who did Atlanta, that did Chicago. She took out another person. How Natalia, when she did the Atlanta Coast show, she knocked out somebody's spot. Zama, she's already qualified, so she's gonna. That's 4 competitors less for the Olympia women's physique.
Right, a smaller field improves your chances.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't improve your chance to take the top spots, but it nevertheless improves your chances to get something like 4th or 5th, so that you can get some prize money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, here we go. We get here from my man Stefan Prey. I agree with you. Appreciate that. And this is also from Ward says, I would have been beyond heated if Michaela Aycock won Tampa. Thank God Christina Mendoza won instead, because she deserved more. The Michaela, because it's meaningless that Michaela's there. Well, it's again, they want to be competitive. And and to be anybody, but instead again, no one's going to beat the champ. I don't see it. I just don't see anybody. Somebody may give a fight, but
it all depends on what happens on the day. Like I've said before, something can happen. But you're right. If everything goes well, I don't see how anybody can beat her.
Yeah,
So
she's gonna go for fifth title. She's like Mike Tyson says. She just like to fight. I just like to fight. Just like to punch people. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, with opportunities for these ladies is few and far between. And a show like Tampa, it's a good show. I wish the prize money was a little better. That's why you've seen so
Right.
many ladies are really jumping onto the Texas Pro because instead again you get 15,000 first place, and then you got so much money in the top 5, and then even up to 6 to 10, you still get $1,000.
Right. It all depends on whether or not they can bump up the prize money to be able to accommodate for something like that on the women's side. I guess I'm sympathetic to Warrior when he says that she's got her placing already. Personally, I think they need to implement the bump system. I think it needs to be that if you do in fact win another show, great, give them the win, give them the prize money, give them the trophy. But when it comes to the actual Olympia berth, to give it to the next person in line. That's just the way that I see it, because that improves the field, and it makes it better for everybody. I mean, and I think it's better for the fans because it becomes more competitive with more people that are there. Same thing on the national level, in the NPC when it comes to awarding pro cards. I mean, if you've already won your pro card, if they have divisional crossovers like they do, if you've already won your pro card in one division, I mean, it's great. Again, if you choose to compete in another division, again, great. Give them the win, give them the title, give them the trophy, but then give the pro card to the next person in line. Because I guess I'm sympathetic to Warrior when he says when it comes to Olympia birds, but I mean, again, this is competitive bodybuilding, and it's professional bodybuilding, and you're trying to win prize money. So people are going to try to get as many opportunities as they can. So why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand, but I think this is the mindset of it. That's why they got rid of the point system, because it's considered like how's it? What's they get a prize for, even losers get a prize, and that's what's that word? I heard it so many times.
Oh, participation medals.
Yeah, participation
Yeah.
medals. Yeah. And that's the mindset. If you do the bump system, that's the same thing as getting participation. Like, some people would say like, I want to earn it. I want to earn it. But then I remember, with Glenn interview Anna Harris, she had enough points to compete. That was in 2023, but said she didn't want to do it because she's mad she had enough points. But there's other competitors say, you know what, if I have enough points, I'm gonna do it. I mean, I'm not gonna like, hey, this opportunity goes to Olympia. I mean,
right.
Yeah, I may not ever get that again. But Anna, she has a great physique. She's very impressive. I was supposed to interview with her, but some stuff happened. But maybe I get back up with her. Set something up. But I know it's just hard, especially when you have to compete with some Olympic level competitors who already get the qualification. You're competing with some of the top competitors, and everybody wants to go to the big dance, but it's not everybody.
Right. It isn't for everybody, and I don't want it to be for everybody. But I mean, at the same time, that's the way I feel about it, is that if you've already got your berth, give it to the next person. If you've already got your pro card, give the next one to the next person. But that's just the way I feel about it. Somebody I wanted to give a quick shout out to, that I've followed for quite a while now, that did very well at Tampa, is Blanca Rodriguez.
Yeah, Blanca.
Was Cuban Muscle Barbie.
Yeah,
Because this was her pro debut.
No, that wasn't a pro debut. She's done Tampa before, but
I thought she said she was going into it. I thought even on her Instagram she said that this was a pro debut for her.
No, this wasn't a pro debut. This is because she debuted back in 2022.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
You might be thinking of somebody else. And this was her best showing because she's done Tampa at least twice. Also, she did last year. She did Tampa. She did the Daytona, pro, where she was double dipping. She was doing, I think she's doing physique and women's and figure. And I got the pleasure to interview her. She's a pretty cool lady. She looked really good. I think this was her. I forget who said she's working with. I think she mentioned it. and she looked really good. I think this was the best showing. She was seventh place.
She's with
And
Hyacinth.
yeah,
Hyacinth is here.
I think another lady was with Hyacinth was Brandy Zorobaki, whatever that same name is. She's also with Hyacinth, but I think one thing I think what hurts her is that her jugs are too big. And she might either bring conditioning or put on more size to go towards bodybuilding.
Maybe.
Yeah. But like I said, she looked really good, very impressive. She looked really tight, She's the look that I think they really want to go back to women's physique. Here she is with Blanca Cells, the two Blancas are both Cuban. I believe Blanca's also Cuban too, and Blanca's figure. And I know I follow her, and they look very impressive. I think I can see young Blanca, and Blanca and Cuban Barbie Blanca. I could see young Blanca going into physique eventually, because she didn't do too well at the show. I think there was a class of 29 women, and I think she might have cracked the top 15. Yeah, but like I said, Blanca really looked really good. I mean, this is it's a video of her right here, and I think she's doing Texas. She said she's doing Texas. She looked like she might be a top 5, top 10 contender to the show, but depending, like I said again, we have a lot of already qualified competitors doing that show. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
because Texas Pro is now starting to evolve into one of the bigger shows.
Because I think it's going to be like since we all know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic does not have women's physique or bodybuilding or figure. It's going to be that show that's going to take that place that they lost with the Arnold. Because Sarah, she put the money up for, because she wanted to put money for the show for the Arnold Classic prize money, but they said nah, they do it. But hey, funny thing, Arnold is going to push $500,000 for men's open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you tell me you can't pull a little extra money for physique women's bodybuilding figure?
Right, they can never use the money argument ever again.
No, you can't.
Not after this.
That's no excuse. This is from my man Warrior, says Anastasia Levinova, aka the total package, has potential. Shane thing is that she got to get that visa situation straightened out, so she's able to fly over here and compete in the U.S. I don't know if that ever is gonna get straightened out anytime soon. She had at least, I think the last time she won a qualification in 2021, she had at least a good 3 years to get it fixed. I mean, I know it takes a good while to get some stuff fixed and maybe whatever off your record, but whatever issue it is, it's going to take some time. We may not even never see her compete in the States.
Which would be a shame, because she's an incredibly good competitor.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be like I said, like when I saw her say because I know she interviewed with her and her husband did an interview with Human Bobby Channel and talk about the visa issue. They kind of like dance around it a little bit, but yeah, I think it's a waste of talent. And she can't. And her husband talk about how they go. If you want to beat the champ, you got to be here.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be talking, hey, but your wife can't come here and compete, or something's going on. You got to fix whatever it is. You got to fix it. If you can't fix it, then you might as well just get out of the sport. You're wasting spots and opportunities for competitors who do have the opportunity to come here and compete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact that he said some unflattering things about Wings of Strength in the past too. So I don't, and so.
Yeah, wasn't long ago his wife was one of the ambassadors. So you really shoot your. I heard some stuff people told me. I'm not gonna tell it because I want to keep confidence. But he's really hurt his wife's career. I don't know I don't know how long she's gonna stay with him. I don't know. I just don't know. She has great physique. I ain't say she's attractive. She's a great physique, but I think he's the thing that's holding her back.
Well, I'm not going to comment on that, but I think personally it's just the politics that we have right now in the world. I think is having an impact for it, because all the things that have happened in Europe and are continuing to happen. In our relations with that country, that easily could be a reason.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see it cleared up so that she could actually get the visa to come over here, because you're right, it It's a shame that she can't do that, and she can't compete on the greatest stage of them all because of this. So
Yeah.
maybe there will be maybe there'll be something last minute. I don't know.
Well, like I said, it takes, with this visa stuff. Like I never went out of country. I know I have, my when my niece and nephew serve, that's the military, that's different. But you know, it's really a lot of stuff, a lot of hoops and jumps you got to jump through when they look through your records and they see anything, even nothing more than a parking ticket. Sometimes they just can't. They won't let you give you a visa.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody may come and say, "Why don't you go to Mexico? Come through here." That doesn't work like that.
Right, and then first of all, you're coming through. If you decide to do that, you're coming through illegally, and then that compounds your problems.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Yeah, the person who said that was really stupid, and they just don't know what they're talking about because they're just talking shit. So I would say like that. Tampa was a pretty good show. Congratulations to the winners. It was, like I said, I truthfully again. I think I was really surprised that Christina pulled it out. She looked really impressive. All the ladies looked great. Shout out to ladies who had the interviews with, who made a debut. That's Gina Cortez, Marilyn Yee, Anastasia Ryder. Also, shout outs to ladies who competed the show that I interviewed. Also, that's Duni Mikowski, Sheena Oleg, Alicia Capolino, Oksana Priari, and also Blanca Rodriguez. Shout out to them. They did pretty good. I think there's a good chance if the right show, Blanca might get her qualification.
Maybe. I think maybe she may need to put on a little more mass and then tighten up a little bit, but I think you're right.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Hard part is getting on the mass because
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Also, technical shout out, Pro Live Media, who did the webcasting on this. Great job compared to some of the shows that I have seen. Because I mean, this was shot in the same resolution as the Triple O Dynasty earlier in the year, but the difference in terms of quality, I was really impressed.
Yeah,
I mean, I wish they would do away with some of those angles from the side and such, but that's just a personal preference. But I mean, hats off to them because I thought this was a well done webcast.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they did a good job.
I think especially guys like the Tonys who don't do live streams, they should do it because you know what, most people watch bodybuilding because I can't afford to go to all the way to Omaha watch a show or to
right, not in this economy.
Not
not forget it.
I'm thinking about going to Atlanta because my niece, she stays in Atlanta. I can stay with her and she can drive up here and drive back. It's like a good 3 or 4 hour drive from here to North Carolina. But yeah, that's you should invest. You can go get some kids from if you want to start slow, get some kids from AV at college.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's a lot of work, but you know what? You get more people to watch it, and then you can make some money off the side of it. Because especially a lot of competitors who have family members who want to see their family member compete or want to see a friend compete. I remember I was talking with a lady who was she has a friend. She's a friend of Echo Bell, who competed at the U.S. Championships a couple weeks ago. She wanted to watch a live stream, so they didn't have a live stream for that show. So what? Even Gary Union has live streams for his amateur shows. That's all he has, mostly amateur shows. Other than the World Championships, most of his shows are amateur shows, and he has live streams. I know he's gonna have a live stream for the North American. That's coming up.
Yeah, I wish more shows would take that advantage, especially even on the local level. I mean, even some of those can be done live stream. Personally, I think what they need to do is follow the example of the WWE, and that is to have one site whereby you can get any show, like for instance, like what they have with Peacock, and you can watch all the pay-per-views that they have for WWE just for subscribing to that service. To do the same thing there. To create their own subscription service by which any pro show that has a webcast, you'd be able to do it through them. because then you're saving money because some of these webcasts are crazy as far as their expenses. I mean, they're charging, what is it, like $50 just to watch the prejudging, not including finals. I mean, so I wish they would take that option because I think it would be very popular and it'd be more cost effective. You'd have more people watching the shows.
Yeah, because I was thinking about watching Vancouver Pro because the lady I interviewed, um, Gisele Heathcote, you know, she was gonna, that just did have figure and fitness and those visions that where I talk about on my channel, but I saw the live stream. It was like $70 something, and I'm telling you that's too
That's right.
expensive.
It's like, come on, guys.
And that's not
There's
even
got there's got to be some ways to cutting that. I know, I understand promoters want to make a profit. I get that, but I mean, this is not the Super Bowl. This is not. This is not Major League Baseball. This is not the NBA. This is not NFL. So why are you charging this? So
even boxing in the UFC don't charge that much. UFC did work with the last UFC event was on ABC. I watched one of the fights. It was the main event because I forgot. It was coming on because I was flipping the channels. I saw it was like this. It was Khabib's brother. He was fighting for on the main event. It was in Dubai, and you have UFC works with ESPN Plus, and then also other platforms. Bodybuilding, you can do it. You just got to reach out to the right people, talk to anybody. I know, Tyler Main's coming in. He might be president soon. Maybe he, bringing the fresh new ideas. Don't be too much like your grandfather. Be more open to new ideas, especially for your sport.
right, right. It's just unfortunately, bodybuilding tends to take a backwards view when it comes to technology.
Yeah,
They don't tend to adopt things until well, not really when it's too late. It's just that they just take this backwards view towards it because I don't know why they do that, but I'm like, it would really improve things if they did more stuff online, if they decided to do more webcasts and stuff like that. So,
yeah. We have a comment from this is from a man. Warrior says, "I hear you, Art, but these ladies are striving for a opportunity to qualify and go to the biggest stage in the IFBB, Miss Olympia. It's a big deal. Actually, Olympia. This is why I don't call I don't call the show Mr. Olympia. I call it the Olympia. Mr. Olympia is the title. The show is just keep it as Olympia. This is where I see the prejudice against women's bodybuilding, where just call it Olympia. That's what it's been for a long time. The Mr. Olympia is the title. It's one of the titles at the show. So white call it. And this is just me.
yeah, and I'm not, and to answer what he's saying, I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not saying for them not to strive for an opportunity. You're absolutely right. They should. It's just, I think in order to be able to broaden the field, you should have the bump system in place. That's just how I feel about it. Not everybody's going to agree, but that's okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, we can get serious. Think about this. And he said again, like it's bodybuilding. I think they need to really catch up with the time. You got to. I know a lot of bodybuilders on social media a lot. Some people don't like to be on social media, but the fact is, it's the new stuff that's going on. It's the most popular thing, and it's the thing that gets your attention. Like that's how I get some of my interviews from IG. When I say, hey, I'm following this chick, or somebody might send me a link to somebody's IG, say, okay, check her out George. Say, reach out to her.
Right, because it's the supplement companies have gotten on board with it because many of these women, like Melissa said, she was talking about how she just wanted to go and train. This is a couple episodes ago, but she said that she just wanted to go and train. But it's like they're under, if you're sponsored by some of these supplement companies, you're under contractual obligation to do things on social media to be able to promote their products either by displaying their whatever gear they have or shaker bottles or such like that. I mean, that's one of the things that the supplement companies have figured out that the IFBB and NPC haven't, is because many of these people, one of the reasons why they're posting stuff, they're under contractual obligation to do it. So
And that's how you get paid.
right,
You know,
exactly.
like we talk about how when KO went to a show, it was I think we know it was KO. It was somebody else told me how they went to a show, and most people, you don't carry cash on you that much. I might have a few dollars on me. That's usually do laundry, but Gary Unit, his shows, you still have to pay cash just to buy a ticket. Most people don't have time to buy it to go.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I went to Savannah, I got my tickets online. I told her, oh, I forgot my thing. I didn't have them, my phone. But she said, oh, I just put your name in and then boom, and that's it. It makes no sense. No one's going to carry cash like that. You carry cash for emergencies just in case, but generally most people don't carry too much cash. And, people are crazy out here. They want to stick you up. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. So, like I said, Tampa was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. I might watch Texas. I'm not going to do a critique of that show because, like I said again, it's not that deep for me to do critique on. I'm just going to say who I know Zama's going to win. So there's no point really going into detail of it. I might mention it here and there. I might have something to talk about. Art just told me that his job is changing shifts, so we won't see Art too much on here. So we're going to miss
Right. So it's not my decision.
So this is Art's swan song. But as I said again, Art is planning on doing a live stream later in a few months. Get together. If you're interested, you can check out. You can follow Art on his IG. Help him pick up more subscribers, and also on his YouTube channel. I will leave the link in the description. Both for Art and for David, and also man KL. You want to check out his stuff. I'll leave the stuff in the description. And guys, no D pics. Because I remember when I was talking with Sean Nelson, said like guys were sending shit and they're thinking he's the girl. He's not the girl. He's the guy who takes pictures of the girls. I mean, guys, come on. He's crazy. So anyway, yeah. So you have anything to say before we go out?
I do not. I think pretty much everything that can be said has been said. So I have to head out myself. So
all right.
It has been great to be on here with you again. So
all right.
It's not like I'm not going to be able to come on any other time because my shift changes and happen until October. So got some time. So
well, if we can figure something to talk about, because like I said, I'm not going to do a critique of I will watch Texas. I will watch it. I'm not going to do a big critique on it because it's not that show.
How much is the webcast?
I don't know yet. I got to check it.
Okay. Because I have not checked it as far as that goes. So
yeah, because the list should be coming out later this evening, I believe. But by the time I'll probably be asleep by the time it comes out because they usually don't put it out to like about 10, 11. I'm not that young of a sweet chicken like I used to be. I can't stay up all night. So, but I'll check the list, and if it's within my budget, because like I said, I got stuff I got to do. Got to pay my rent. Just pay my rent. My light bill's coming up. This and that. Oh wow, this is my brother Marcus Bell. He's from my CS Combat Sports family. He says, salute all the Reds, George Page coming through, smashing that like. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. I try to get him on, but he said he don't have a working microphone. Liar. But yeah, I'll check it out, like I said, and see if it's within my budget, because the Rising Phoenix is coming up at the end of the month. And if it's not, I might just say, you know what, I'd rather save the money and watch the Rising Phoenix.
That's true. I don't know how much that is, but last I remember, I thought that was quite a bit. So
yeah, I think it was maybe about $50-$60, maybe like that.
Yeah.
It's all one day because it's not like with the other shows where you piece up because where you have more divisions, like you have the other men's divisions, like men's classic physique and all that. But with Rising Phoenix, it's mostly just the women, so they can you have the women's bodybuilding and you have all the other divisions, there. So I'm thinking if the live's not too much for the Texas, like if it's anything under 20 or maybe a little 20, maybe a little under 30, I might check it out. If not,
I just went. I'm over there right now. It's $39.99 for the Rising Phoenix.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, that is reasonable. So I may just wait for that. So
yeah, I think some would do like if you buy the live stream early, they give you a discount.
Yeah, that's possible. So
yeah, you check to see what's the for the Texas Pro?
Let me get there.
Yeah, give me a minute. Let's talk amongst ourselves. Yeah, yeah. But let's see. I'm gonna check see if the list is out yet. It might, like I said,
It's not. I'm there right now.
uh-huh.
I've been waiting to see whether or not it would be showing up. So, let's see. Where are you? Live stream Cummings. Oh, those are the media packages for the athletes. So let's see. It says live stream coming soon, but it doesn't show anything right now. So which is not a good idea.
No,
only a matter of days away from the show. That's not a good idea, guys.
Yeah, because I think it's two parts. You have the 9th is the amateur part, and the 10th is the pro part. So, and if it's
the link isn't working. It says live stream coming soon, and it's like it better be coming really soon because hey, your show is coming up.
Yeah, and if people
coming at the end of this week, yeah,
people want to jump on it. They want to go ahead and get it out of the way and get it ready, set up for it. I mean, it's Battle Productions. They're the ones who promote the show,
right?
And I don't know, Freddie, what's his face? I don't know, him and Sheila Brown. It was her birthday last week. We shot Sheila Brown, legendary bodybuilder and physique competitor. But if you, like I said again, if it's reasonable, I'll watch it. If not, then I say, you know what? Let me save my money and just wait for the Rising Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm looking at the actual ticket prices, and it looks like what you're looking at. If you wanted to do both days, it's like $70 for free judging and finals just for the tickets. So I have no idea what it would be for the live stream. So
should be too much, like maybe under $30.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait for Rising Phoenix. So
yeah.
Well, it has been great to talk with you, George. I think I love listening to your analysis. I love listening to you're following this a lot closer than I am, so it's nice to hear your feedback on it. So,
well, like I said, I don't have a job, so I got out from time. The times I wish I did have a job. I'm making some money, but I got.
You wouldn't be able to do this as much. So,
what do you do?
Oh, I'm a factory worker.
I used to work in factories.
So,
but with my pacemaker, I can't work anything with heavy machinery.
Right.
It's hard to get a job because you have like one of these anything with heavy machinery. I can't. It was like I was looking for jobs, but then most people kind of get worried when you say I have a pacemaker. My family said, just go ahead and file for disability. And I said, okay, that's what I did. And my mom was sick. I was taking care of her, and that's helped out. But like I said, I do appreciate your brother coming through. I like shot my man David coming through. David again. Keep your hands off my woman. And shout out to KL the Wanderer. He was here. Appreciate him. My brother Big Keith couldn't make it. I think he has something to do because we usually come in at like 3:00. But I said, David, he was there. I want to do this 5:00 for him so we can have him and get his thoughts and his experience at the show. And so again, I'm going to post their links in the description of this live. So you want to check out, David's experience at the Tampa Bay Pro. You want to check out art. As we posted also art. We did a live stream, me, him, Lori Conley, and also Eunice. That's also on his YouTube channel. You want to check it out. Give some more subscribers. That helps out. And also, you want to follow KL. I will also leave his links for his YouTube channel in the description of the live stream and support. And also shout out to the winners at the Tampa Bay Pro and good luck to the upcoming competitors for the Texas Pro.
Amen.
All right.
Talk to you later, man.
All right. Talk to you later, too, but see you later. Anyway, folks, this is your man, George Page, a.k.a. the Emperor of Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I am out. Have a good evening, good morning, and a good night.